welcome back to Fairy Tail Anime Review, episode number 42. This time reviewing the 310th episode of the anime, Pleasure and Pain. This one covers chapters 507 to 509. The episode starts up pretty much where last week's episode left off. We have Erza stopping the fight between Gray and Natsu, and her getting injured in the process. Yep, and of course, Gray reunites with Juvia in a very heartwarming moment, and of course he collapses into her arms, and she just falls right next to him. And of course Natsu sits down, and then all of a sudden Lucy just wraps her arms around him, and then Happy's like, Natsu! It basically just kind of does the same thing when he does to Lucy. Just hop into his arms, basically very happy to see him. And then Lucy does something I did not expect that she would ever do. Carry Natsu. Yeah, as far as I can tell, I guess this is probably returning the favor from carrying her when she got drunk. Yes, there was a time where she got drunk. Yeah, she got drunk along with Wendy and Carla. Apparently, get this, they had Erza, who was like really drunk in all her liquor. We had Wendy. Yes, Wendy, Carla, Lucy, and I think Levy. They all got drunk. Yes, they all got freaking drunk. And of course, Natsu has to take Lucy to the bathroom. Of course, man, Natsu's back is so warm. I guess this is Lucy just returning the favor. Now, my guess is she must have put on some muscle in the past year because Natsu is probably a pretty heavy guy. Or probably, I guess, he must have basically lost some weight when he was running around. Probably also the fact that he's exhausted. She's more fresh than he is. And you have Happy carrying Gray, and you have Carla carrying Juvia, who's pretty much got her clothes shredded anyways. And then, of course, there's some blasts going on, and then they're confronted by Irene, Urza's mom. And she says, "Hi, Urza." It's like, "Hi, Urza. How have you been?" And Urza says, like, "Who are you?" "Urza, don't you know who I am?" And before she said, she's basically pulled down by Natsu's nephew. Yes, Locturus, I think is his name. Yeah, Locturus Dragonil, which he tells this to Yonako and Angel. L'arcade Dragneel. Yeah, he reveals that he's the son of Zeref, and of course, they also reveal that Natsu is Zeref's brother, and Natsu is his uncle. And apparently puts to everybody through special pleasure. Though apparently some people are immune to it, like Warren apparently is immune to it for some reason. Yonako was immune to it until she got basic into it. And apparently Wendy, Urza, Juvia, Gray, and like pretty much Natsu's group is all immune to this for some reason, yet Irene isn't. Well, there probably is a reason why, because she's had sex. The whole point. Like, I was thinking the whole episode, who the heck this guy think he is? Frickin' Pinhead from Hellraiser? It's like, I like to show you some pleasure and some pain. Yeah, it's like some of the dialogue they gave him is basically very reminiscent of a Pinhead from Hellraiser series. That's what it kind of reminds me. And of course, because it's anime, let's have some tentacles. Yes, tentacles. Try to rough up Yonako. Though it doesn't shred her clothes. Her clothes are already shredded anyways. Yeah, let's show some pleasure. Yeah, and then of course the tentacles are sliced up by freaking Kagura, who comes completely out of nowhere. Yeah, first time seeing her in about 5 episodes. Yeah, she apparently has somehow gotten over here. As for how in the world she's able to know where Yonako and Angel are, no idea. And you have Frush and Luck, I think his name is the one who dressed up as I think Frush is the one who's a ex-dressed before. I don't remember the other one's name. Yeah. Apparently, they get trapped up in this too, by back their freaking cats. And Kagura puts up a pretty good fight against them. And she loses. Yep, she loses. Yeah, she basically is mortally wounded in the side. We also have this very awkward battle. It's like we have Crime Sorcier, most of them, taking on August. This battle comes completely out of nowhere. I'm like, when the heck this battle happen? Yes, it's like, okay, we have most of them all, like, all of a sudden they confront August for some reason, and then, like, they're defeated swiftly, like, less than basically snap my finger, and of course he talks to Jalal briefly, and apparently, oh, get this, he's immune to Laxi's spell, and apparently Zareth is not immune to it, probably because he has had sex. Yeah, basically anybody who's had sex basically is suffering through the spell. They don't show Grandina or Evergreen if they're suffering through this at all. Yeah, surprisingly no. I would think maybe we'll see a scene from Evergreen from this, but nope. Grandina probably not. I call her that because she's basically XC version of Grandina. I don't remember her actual name, but that's basically who she is. She's basically Grandina just in human form. Heck, she even has similar. Her outfit is very similar to that of Grandina's wings. Yep. Though I should point out that in the dub she's voiced by Chris Ayers, who's known voicing Frieza. Yes, that's not a joke. Yeah, voicing an old lady. Old lady voiced by a guy. Go figure. Well, though Chris Ayers could be a woman. It's possible. I haven't looked up basically about Chris Ayers. I've never met him. I never met Chris Ayers. If it did, I'd probably bring the Dragon Ball Super for him or her to sign because, well, Frieza. Yep. And of course, Natsu is basically knocked unconscious. Yeah, for the second time this season, this has happened. I mean, it only been like 10 episodes since he woke up from the last time he felt that he basically was knocked unconscious. Yeah, second time. And it's only been like 10 episodes since the last time he was knocked out. I'm sure Hippogriff's like, really? My character gets knocked out twice. What the hell? I'm sure he's probably thinking that when he was probably like recording this episode. It's like, really? My character gets knocked out twice? What? But there is a good reason. He's exhausted. Yep. Let's see, what else? Apparently, Lox is affected by it, despite the fact he's never shown any form of attraction to any woman that I can think of. But yeah, he does care about Mavis. Mavis, I get how she's affected by it because, well, her and Zareth. But Loxus? Not really, no. I'm a little surprised that he got affected by it. Apparently, everybody else, and apparently, Gildart's like, oh boy, he was like loving it. And apparently, Kana wasn't affected by it, which I'm like, that's weird. How is, and this is never explained in the episode, like, how is that certain people are not affected by, like, Kana, for example? A woman who drinks a lot, despite the fact she looked like half the time she looked like she's drunk anyways, and she's a really strong woman. Oh yeah, and apparently, get this, Gildarts was thinking some dirty things, so basically, she punches her father right in the face for thinking dirty thoughts. Yep, let's see, what else? No, that's really it. I mean, next week, Loxy is going to take on freaking Sting. That I'm looking forward to seeing that battle. But yeah, this was an odd episode. It's like, we had good opening, but then like, it just went to like, and we about to start an interesting battle, and then we have the weirdness of this guy. And I'll guess it's like, he did it. He basically cast that cursed spell of his. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure also Kagura basically sliced at the rock he was on. Yeah. And apparently he's able to block her katana with just 2 fingers like this. Yeah, the guy apparently is that freaking powerful. Okay. Yeah. So, this episode was good and odd. And also bizarre. I'm sure when Edgar probably gets a chance to read this episode, like, what? What the heck is this? What is up with everybody acting this way? I'm sure he probably would basically react that way to this very episode. Yeah, so that's it for this particular review. I don't think I have time to do the other one. Now, I think I'll save the review of Case Go Season 24 for tomorrow. along with the newest chapter, of the newest chapter of the Seven Deadly Sins manga. Okay, but there's the next view. Bye.